Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to my Week 14 review for the 2019 NFL season. As you can see at the bottom, I know it's covered up a bit, but I did go 10-6 during Week 14, which gives me a season record of 129, 76, and 1. Yay for me. Now, to just talk quick about something, not sure if you're going to see this on its normal day Saturday or not, because I am actually going to the Bills at Steelers game, the Sunday night game for Week 15. And I don't know, I'm recording everything early, and I don't know when I'm going to end up uploading this. So you may see this Thursday, you may see it Friday, you may see it Saturday. I don't know yet. But with that said, that also, I don't think I'm going to let that impact my predictions. It still could. Maybe I put both out tomorrow. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes with me going to the game. Anyway, so let's get into the review. So, Cowboys at Bears. I did pick the Bears here. Now, here's the thing. The Cowboys haven't beaten a team with a winning record. And they have a pretty good record against teams with losing records. And the Bears were right smack dab in the middle at 6-6 when this game went down. So I took a chance on the Bears, and Trubisky played well. The Bears played well, and really wasn't this close. They scored late to try to make a comeback, but it didn't work. So let's get into the Sunday games. Panthers versus Falcons. I did take the Panthers, and obviously I was wrong. Falcons, I don't know what's going on. Panthers, with Ron Rivera fired, I didn't really factor that in, but with him fired, who knows what's going to happen. Colts versus Bucks. I did pick the Colts. This was one where I said I won't be mad if I'm wrong. I gotta replace that. I heard a not a so I gotta replace that. But this was one where I'm not mad if I'm wrong, because that helps the Steelers in the playoff race. So that's why if I just picked with what I wanted, I would have picked the Bucks. But I picked with who I honestly thought was going to win, and it was damn close. And Jameis, man, he really tries to give that game up. He'll throw a crazy amount of touchdowns in the game, but he'll also throw a crazy amount of interceptions. I think he threw 4 touchdowns and 3 picks in this game, if I'm correct. But, oof. Alright, Dolphins at Jets. I picked the Dolphins, didn't think the Jets could win, and lo and behold, looky there. They won by a point. 49ers at Saints. I took the Saints. I thought the Superdome was just going to be a bit too much for Jimmy G and the 49ers. That probably was the greatest game of the season to date. I don't know if we could. I mean, it's entirely possible we get a better game. Entirely possible. But, and I say but, that's going to be hard to beat. Lions at Vikings. I did take the Vikings, so after a harsh 4-game wrong streak, I ended up getting that one right. Let me scroll down real quick. Boom. You can see the records perfectly now. Again, with the Vikings, I had faith in them. Joe, I'm trying to think what his name is. I think I said Blow. I think it's Blau. I think his name's Blau. The undrafted guy. He, is his name Joe? I feel like it's not, because then there would be so many Joe Blow jokes about it, but whatever. But yeah, I saw the Vikings winning this game pretty easily. Broncos at Texans. I honestly thought the Texans would win, and here we are. Drew Lock, great game, buddy. Maybe John Olay finally found himself a quarterback. Who knows? Ravens at Bills. I did pick the Ravens here. I would have been happy for Buffalo because I live near there, but I really didn't think that had too much of a shot. I think the spread the last time I saw it for that game was like 6.5. They lost by a touchdown. You know, Bengals at Browns. I did take the Browns. I would have been elated to see the Bengals win that, but what you can do. And this game actually sparked some interest in terms of the Patriots, because it's possible that the Patriots got caught cheating again. And I know a lot of people are making jokes, why would you need to cheat to beat the Bengals? They suck this year. You just solved part of it. They suck this year. Zach Taylor, brand new head coach. So he's going to have new signals. So if you watch them, that means you have their signals, as long as Zach Taylor's the head coach there. And they may suck this year, but let's say 2 years from now, they're really, really good. Let's say they, do whatever this year, they go and draft Joe Burrow, right? Let's say they go get Joe Burrow from LSU. He turns out to be a great quarterback. 2 years from now, the Patriots play the Bengals, and that's just an example. I don't know if they actually would or not. And lo and behold, they know the signals from 2 years prior, so they're able to beat them in the playoff game. It's stuff like that. That's a little curious. Now, if they did do it, just, they've gotten caught so many times cheating, it's not even funny anymore. If it's not true, because they were kind of suspicious about it, the people. The guy asked, can we just delete it and pretend like this never happened? Why would you want to do that? What are you hiding? It's kind of like that. And even then, the NFL, as of right now, has said, it really didn't find too much. Though we don't know if that's true or not, because I watch Undisputed. It has Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. Shannon Sharpe said, according to a source of his, the original Spygate, right, was much, much worse than the NFL ever let out. It was so much worse than they had revealed to us. So basically, what Roger Goodell did was he had the tapes that the Patriots had destroyed, because they didn't want to give those up. They just destroyed them, because whatever was on there, I mean, who knows? It could have been big enough to take down the NFL. It was huge, apparently. So that's very curious, and that's going to be something to watch for these next couple weeks. Redskins at Packers. I did take the Packers. Yay for me. I didn't give Washington too much of a shot. This is probably closer than I thought it was going to be. I do think they scored a touchdown, though, in kind of garbage time. Though I think they have something with Dwayne Haskins. Obviously, he has to develop some, but I think they might have something. Chargers at Jags. I did take the Chargers here. Jeez. Like, holy cow, Chargers. And holy cow, Jacksonville. I think Doug Marrone's going to end up losing his job, just because the Jags are just not a good team right now. Don't ask me what happened. They had some magic with Gardner Minshew, and I think maybe the teams just figured him out. Who knows? Steelers at Cardinals. I did take my Steelers here. They had 3 turnovers. They had 3 picks, the Steelers defense. And 1 was by TJ Watt in the end zone. 2 were by Joe Hayden. 1 to seal the game, which is the second week in a row he has had a game-sealing interception. He had a couple that he dropped versus the Bengals, and he's like, okay, that's it. No more dropping picks. So, the Steelers' defense leads the NFL in takeaways, sacks, and quarterback hits. That defense is hellacious. And Kyler Murray, who had thrown, let me think, the Cardinals had only turned the ball over, I think, 9 times up until this game. And Kyler Murray had only thrown 6 picks. And they forced him to throw 3. and he threw 2 touchdowns, though. And one of them was to David Johnson, right? And I saw it, Edmonds, like his hands were here. The ball was basically here. He was so close to either batting it away, or if he does, plays it right, he could possibly picked it. The ball went right over his hands. So I don't, a lot of people, kind of were. I mean, obviously they were upset, but they were like kind of dissing him on not making the play. I'm like, guys, he was about yay close to making the play. Every inch matters, definitely. Kyler Murray throws that ball any lower, and Edmonds is at least getting a hand on it. So, you have that game. And they held Murray in check, rushing the football pretty much as well. They allowed, 6 rush... No, was it? I'm trying to think how many yards it was. Maybe it was... I feel like it was 2 for 6, but I know that's not right. And I know it was... I don't think it was 6 for 2. It might have been 6 for 16 or something like that. I feel like there was a 2, though. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, they held him in check in terms of running the ball. What else about that game? Quack quack. Duck Hodges. And Steelers Nation kind of took over the stadium. It was cool. Titans at Raiders. I did pick the Titans here. That was kind of like a hoping Raiders take it because they had lost last week and the Titans had won. So, Raiders win and Titans lose and everything evens out. It's better for the Steelers. And so, Raiders, I would say, are out of the playoff race. Unless something magic happens. I would say that last wildcard spot is probably going to be between the Steelers and whoever is the second place in the AFC South. So, the winner, I think the Texans, right? I think they're 8-5. And the Titans, I think, are 8-5. I'm trying to hold back yawns. I don't know if you can notice or not. So both teams being 8-5, it's gonna be the Steelers and whoever is second place in that division, fighting for a wild card spot. Buffalo's pretty good right now. I'll talk about this a little more in my predictions, just because I am going to the game. But Buffalo at Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh wins that game, they're the number 5 seed, not the number 6. So that's huge. But there's really 3 teams in contention for those 2 wildcard spots. Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and the second place of the AFC South. Those are the 3 teams fighting for it. Chiefs at Patriots. Very controversial game. And everyone knows why. Now, here's a couple things I want to point out. 1, haha, Patriots. Now you know what it's like to have a call go against you when it shouldn't. That's number 1. Number 2, the N'Keal Harry play, where, the ref said he was out of bounds and he wasn't. The only reason N'Keal Harry got that far is because the refs missed an illegal block in the back, which would have negated the touchdown anyway. So, let that go. Yes, Travis Kelce did fumble the football. You guys recovered. Good for you. That's, but, Stephon Gilmore ended up running with it a little bit. Now, here's the thing. Tyreek Hill was already right up on him. Gilmore was not scoring. I can guarantee you that. Stephon Gilmore was not going to score. You had Tyreek Hill bearing down on him, and you had other Chiefs coming in as well. He was not scoring. So that's another point. But, yeah, that was a great game, crazy game, and good for you, Chiefs. But if you have to face the Patriots again in the playoffs, don't expect that to go, the same. Don't automatically assume, we beat them in the regular season, we'll beat them in the playoffs. No. That attitude will get you kicked out of the playoffs in the first game. Alright, Seahawks at Rams. Now, when I did my predictions, I looked at my notebook. I had myself picking Rams. I'm like, why did I pick Rams? And I, erased that, and I picked Seahawks, and I did it right here on camera. And apparently that was the wrong decision. Apparently I picked the Rams for some reason, and I was right. Whatever that reason is, I can't remember. When I made the pick, I picked the Rams, and I was right. Huh, who knew? But, oh well. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Giants at Eagles, I did pick the Eagles. I have officially decided that no one wants to win the NFC East. I've decided that. Because here's the thing, right? If you win the NFC East with, say, 8 wins, right? You got 8 wins, and you win the NFC East, right? Well, with getting 8 wins and not winning the NFC East, you get maybe the number 15 pick, you could say, in the draft-ish. Give or take, you might get the 13th, you might get the 18th, who knows. But then, if you make the playoffs, you're likely one and done. I don't care if you get your home playoff game because you won your division. You're likely one and done. So do you really want to make the playoffs? Now, I know this is going to sound stupid, but do you really want to make the playoffs just to lose the first game? And then instead of having, call it the 16th, because 8-8 is a 500 record, so we're going to go right in the middle. Instead of having the 16th pick, you're going to go ahead and have the 21st. That's 5 picks in the first round that you're behind. Do you really want to do that? I don't know. Plus, then you could always trade back. It's easier to trade up. You never know. So, I just don't know if anyone actually wants to win the NFC East. I don't. Because the Cowboys lost to the Bills. And then they went and lost to Chicago. And I'm pretty sure they're going to lose to the Rams. And they'll have to play Philly. And then they got to play Washington, right? What's going on here? Because you have the freaking Eagles who lost to the Dolphins. You were up and you lost. And then you were down to the Giants, led by Eli. Had to go to overtime to beat them. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people said the game tying in regulation, the game tying touchdown, the refs missed a delay of game. I'm going to explain how delay of game works real quick. So, you have a ref. He knows what the time is. He'll have like a watch or whatever. He has whatever to tell how much time is left. He's looking at it. He's looking up. He's looking. Now, when he sees it hit 0, he's going to look up. If he looks up and the ball has yet to be snapped, blow it dead. Delay a game. If it hits 0, he looks up and the ball has been snapped, done. That's the thing about it. So, you can have the clock say 0. The play clock can say 0. And you can snap it. As long as the ref, with his watch or whatever he has, I don't know if it's a watch. As long as he sees 0 and the ball snapped, it doesn't matter when the ball was snapped, whether it's 3, 2, 1, or even if it hits 0, and he looks up and the ball's been snapped. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine, and that's how it works. That's how a delayed game works. If he looks up and it hasn't been snapped, blow your whistle and throw your flag, delay a game, offense, blah, 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 5-yard penalty, replay, I don't know, whatever down it was. But being in 0, oh, ball snapped, cool. That's how it works. Not fair, because yes, should have been technically delay a game. But that's not how it works. Oh well. Stuff like this happens. It does. It's just people want to make a bigger deal out of it because of the implications. It's the end of the game. Philly ended up getting the touchdown on the play. And, it's this, that, and the other. Huge implications. And they're like, well, refs botched it again. That's just the thing. He sees 0, he looks up. As long as the ball snapped, it's not technically a delay game. Was the ball snapped at 0? Hell yes. But it was before the guy could see 0 and look up. So that's just something I wanted to go over. The Eagles really should have won this game by a lot more. So, if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.